Yes, bhai, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. We will start the session in around 5 minutes. So a very good morning to everyone and all my professional colleagues. So first of all, I really appreciate the efforts of all the participants who have participated in the on Sundays, especially after the due date, the first and second Sundays especially for missile mornings. And you guys are really dedicated to our profession, and you are joining the session. So I really appraise your efforts. So let's begin our session with the ICI motto song. I will be sharing my screen right now.
सुप्तेषु जागृति य एष सुप्तेषु जागृति कामं 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 कामंशो पुरुषो निर्विमाणः निर्विमाणः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्मा तदेवामृतमुच्यते तस्मिन् लोकः श्रितः सर्वे तदूनात्यपि कश्चन एतद्वैता 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 एतद्वैता
Thank you, everyone. So my name is Harsh Tripathi, and I will be the host for this session. So let's begin with the introduction of our guest speaker. Dear professional colleagues, it is indeed an honor and a privilege. Okay, just a minute. Okay. Dear professional colleagues, it is indeed an honor and a privilege to introduce our esteemed speaker today, CA Manjiri Shirang Devre ma'am. A dynamic and an accomplished professional, CA Manjiri ma'am completed her chartered accountancy in May 22, achieving this remarkable feat in her first attempt. Her academic prowess is evident in her educational journey as well, having pursued a bachelor's in commerce and secured the second position both in 11th and the higher secondary certificate examinations in NASIK. Notably, she was a school topper in the 10th standard, showcasing her consistent dedication to excellence. In her pursuit of professional excellence, CA Manjiri ma'am stood out by securing the fifth rank in the CA inter examinations in Nasik. Her commitment to her field was further exemplified through her articleship at Patel Kalantri and Associates, where she honed her skills and gained valuable practical experience. Having embarked on a professional journey, CA Manjiri ma'am has showed her expertise at various esteemed organizations. She served as a vital part of the team at Credit Suisse, Pune, in the capacity of legal entity controller. Her contributions were invaluable, highlighting her proficiency and dedication to her role. Currently, CA Manjiri ma'am holds the position of Deputy Manager, Finance at HDFC Credila Financial Services Limited in Nashik. Her role underscores her strategic financial acumen and managerial capabilities, contributing significantly towards the success of the organization. Beyond her professional endeavors, CA Manjiri ma'am is a multifaceted individual who finds joy in nurturing her hobbies. Her passion for painting and traveling serves as a testament to her creative spirit and adventurous outlook on life. Her journey, marked by academic excellence and professional achievements and a vibrant array of interests, will serve as an inspiration to us all. So please join me in welcoming CA Manjiri ma'am to share her insights and experiences for today's session. Ma'am, all over to you.
Thank you, Harsh, for this. Sorry. Thank you, Harsh, for this wonderful introduction. It's my great pleasure to host this webinar because myself have witness that there are many issues while preparing your CV. So without wasting time, let's start. Welcome you all on this Sunday morning, and I will assure you that you won't regret joining this webinar. So let's start. Do let me know if my screen is visible. Can anyone confirm?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Thank you. So resume or CV, why it is so important? Because a resume or CV, it is your advertisement, as good as it is an advertisement. अगर आपको इंटरव्यू के लिए शॉर्टलिस्ट होना है तो आपको पहले रेज्यूमे या सीवी देना पड़ता है. इन केस ऑफ कैंपस प्लेसमेंट एज वेल, आपको पहले सीवी ही डालना पड़ता है जिसके बेसिस पे आप शॉर्टलिस्ट होते हो बाय द कंपनीज, एंड आफ्टर दैट यू आर कॉल्ड फॉर द इंटरव्यू. And in the process of interview as well, the interviewer is given the CV or resume, and it is impressive. The first half of your interview, you get an advantage over that. So it is very important. And for client relationship also, अगर किसी क्लाइंट ने आपकी फर्म को कोई जॉब दिया है, तो वो क्लाइंट आपके फर्म से कौन ये ऑडिट संभालने वाला है उसके लिए सीवी मांगता है. तो उसके लिए भी सीवी और रेज्यूमे बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो लेट्स सी व्हाट इज द बेसिक डिफरेंस बिटवीन अ सीवी एंड अ रेज्यूमे. सीवी बहुत इन डेप्थ बनता है, हर एक प्रोफाइल के लिए चेंज नहीं होता, और उसको आप कॉम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हो कवर लेटर से, और उसमें पूरा करियर आपका होता है इफ इट इज रिलेटेड टू दिस करंट जॉब प्रोफाइल और नॉट. एंड इन केस ऑफ रेज्यूमे हम कस्टमाइज करते हैं अकॉर्डिंग टू द जॉब प्रोफाइल. वहां पे टारगेटेड स्किल्स एंड अचीवमेंट्स रहते हैं जो वो आपके जॉब के अकॉर्डिंग रहते हैं, जहाँ जो जॉब प्रोफाइल जो उस जॉब प्रोफाइल के लिए जो भी स्किल्स लगते हैं वही आप उस रेज्यूमे में मेंशन करते हो, एंड इट इज अ वेरी ब्रीफ डिस्क्रिप्शन. But point to be noted over here, both CV and resume for a fresher chartered accountant should not go beyond one page, because it becomes very tedious and boring for the interviewer or the hiring recruiter to read beyond that. This was my first resume, which was prepared by me. Let's see what were the mistakes that were made by me. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. प्राइमा फेसी अगर ये रेज्यूमे देखे तो समझ में आता है ये A4 साइज में नहीं बना. जो भी जिस भी कंपनी में आपका रेज्यूमे जाता है, इवन दो डिजिटलाइजेशन का एरा है, बट स्टिल दे प्रेफर टू टेक प्रिंट आउट दिस रेज्यूमे एंड शेयर विद द हायर अथॉरिटीज. और वहां पे वो चेक करते हैं कि आप जो रिक्वायर्ड स्किल सेट्स है अकॉर्डिंग टू द जॉब प्रोफाइल वो इस रेज्यूमे में है कि नहीं. अगर ये प्रिंट करने गए तो ये एक पेज में नहीं बिठेगा. Either the certifications or half of the education will go on the other page, which is not recommended at all. Another point to be noted over here: name, chartered accountant, this is fine. Address, phone number, email address, everything is fine. But when it comes to the LinkedIn ID, here after your name there is some number, and it should not be there. It looks very unprofessional over here. तो अगर आप अपने लिंक्डइन आईडी पे जाओगे तो यूआरएल जो है, तो यूआरएल एडिट करते आता है. सो यू कैन गो टू योर लिंक्डइन आईडी, click on your view profile button. Over there on the right hand side corner there is an edit option, and from where you can edit this URL. So point to be noted that LinkedIn profile should only consist up to your name and not the number following it. And if you don't have your LinkedIn ID, go and first create this, because it is very important in your professional journey. Then when it's come to the skill sets, do not rank yourself on the basis of the skills, because when an interviewer asks about this, it is very difficult to answer these questions. If he is satisfied about that answers, then it is fine, but if you are not able to give the satisfactory answers, then it would be a problem. Because if you rank here very good, then he will ask why very good, why not excellent, and why you consider yourself very good. So it becomes very difficult at that point of time to answer these questions. Then software and languages, this is fine. This is a brief introduction about yourself, but my recommendation is that do not give this brief introduction, because it is found in almost every CV. So your CV does not outstand apart from the other CVs. So kindly avoid this. Then my articleship experience. The main issue over here is that I have divided it in highlights, articleship experience, and at the bottom of the CV here in work experience. It becomes quite difficult for the hiring manager to consolidate this point and think what work I have done in my articleship. It becomes quite difficult for him. So do not give this type of bifurcation. When it comes to the education qualification, I have mentioned this in, it is like a paragraph, and it doesn't give a true picture what marks I have scored, in which year I have passed, and from which school or college or institute I have cleared this qualifications. So don't give like this. And certifications, all these 4 certifications are compulsory in our CA curriculum. So every CA or CA intermediate will would be giving this certification. So my advice is that don't give these certifications, because it is common in every CV. Instead, if you have done any other certifications apart from this, you can surely attach over here, and you can also add your hobbies at the below of the certifications. Now let's see points to remember, do's and don'ts. Main point is that you should always print your CV on A4 size paper, and it should be in PDF format, not in Word, not in PowerPoint, only PDF format. CV should be precise and not exaggerated. Do not bluff in your CV, because if you bluff, you whatever work you have not done, you have added that in your CV, and you get a job on basis of that, then it will surely be a pain for you. So do not bluff in your CV. Whatever work you have done, only mention regarding that only. After your CV is prepared, please check the grammar and spelling, because if there are grammatical mistakes or spelling errors, it will create a very bad impression on the of yours on the interviewer. There are many free websites that are that can be used for your grammar and spelling checks. Do check them. Then points to cover. Your name, photo is optional. You can put that, you can avoid that. That is up to you. Contact number, mail ID. You can also mention your location from where you belong. Then professional sites ID like LinkedIn. Naukri.com is mainly used to create your profile over there and to find better jobs. It is also a good website. Do not mention your Instagram and Facebook. I know you won't mention, but just a note. Qualification, your experience. Experience should be categorized in different sections, like if you have worked in income tax, statutory audit, concurrent audit, limited reviews, kindly categorize your work in that different sections, and use action words. I will show you a sample CV in which I will tell you how to write that. Then your achievement and skills, hobbies can be included over here, but do not exaggerate, because that interviewer is least interested in this area. Then don'ts, not to use these words at all, because they are very common and used by everyone in their CVs. Let's see what the words are. Excellent communication skills, goal driven, flexible, motivated, multitask, independent, self-motivated. Even if you at prima facie see that these words are very fancy, but do not use them. These words are used in every CV, so we should avoid them. Let's see the sample resume. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. You have to mention your name over here. Check the font size. It should not be too big or too small, and font type also. Age, it is up to you whether you have to mention or not. And do not mention your marital status, because it is not of use. Then your contact number. Mail ID, for mail ID give hyperlink. For LinkedIn ID, give hyperlink as well. And here you can see, as previously mentioned, there is no number following my name. Then the educational qualification. Mention what you have currently pursued, and after that what you have previously pursued. For example, here I have mentioned first my CA final, then CA inter, CA CPT, and then my BCom 12th and 10th. So you have to mention that in your descending order. Also, mention in which year you have cleared, the institution from which you have cleared, the marks obtained. My recommendation is that do quote the aggregate marks as well as the percentage, because it is beneficial for the interviewer or the hiring manager to evaluate you. Then remarks, if you have got some exceptional qualifications, you have stood first, second, do mention. If there are any exemptions in the subjects, do mention over here. And it is my recommendation that please put this educational qualification in tabular format, because it is easy to grasp. Then work experience. Work experience also, in what firm you were currently working, mention it that in the beginning, and after that in which you had previously worked, mention below that. In terms of for this section specifically, I recommend you to jot down all the points, whatever work you have performed, what clients you have handled, what type of work you have done. First jot down that points, and out of that points create this section, because it becomes quite difficult while you are writing this. So while writing your work experience, mention what post you were at that organization, organization name, and in which department you were there. And after that, what that organization was famous for, and the period from which you have served in that organization. For articleship specifically, do not mention if you have done your articleship from mid-size or small size firms. Do not mention that you have done your articleship from mid-size or small size. It gives a negative impression. Instead, you can use the words oldest CA firm, or a well-known firm, or a renowned firm in the field of taxation, statutory audits, and etc. But this is to be noted and underlined, double underline. Do not use that words mid-size and small size. And after that, divide your work in different areas like taxation, concurrent audits, statutory audits. It is recommended that to quantify the work you have done, that you have done 100 plus audits, 150 plus audits, 100 plus returns. Quantify that work, and also the turnover that you were working on. The client base range ranging from 1 lakh to 2 crores, you can mention that. And in which industry, for which industry were handling clients, kindly mention that also. These all requirements are to be filled in campus placement form as well. You should be precise in using these words, in especially in miscellaneous work. For example, I have written over here, providing accurate consultancy and enhancing client relationship with the firm. Interviewer may ask me what work you had performed to provide accurate consultancy. They can ask me examples. So you should have a clear picture in your mind that you are writing this sentence, and for that sentence, what example you are going to give, because your CV is only your basis for interview. In your awards, achievements, and skills, do mention your technical skills, in which software you are working, in which software you are proficient are. So this is the section over here. In others, you can mention you have made paper presentations at ICAI convention, sorry, and any other work you have done. If you are part of any NGO, do mention over here. And in hobbies, your hobbies can be mentioned, but don't exaggerate that. And for this experience part, you should use this keywords, that is prepared, handle. These are action driven words, and it gives a positive impression over the for the CV. There is in the corporates and many of the big fours, there is applicant tracking system. They search for the specific words that are in the job profile, and they search that same words in your CV, and if the same words are found, you get shortlisted. For this, I have given over here the list of action words that should be used or that can be used by you in your CVs. Do check this and the other CV. In the CV, you can see that picture photo is being pasted. Apart from that, location is there. He has mentioned his qualification in this part and work experience, because he had a wide experience uh, in various after articleship as well. Therefore, the main focus over here is work experience. Okay. As per my initial talk with Suyash, he told me that many of you are going to join articleship and have not yet started that. So from that point of view also, if you are going to start your articleship, your main focus should be on this part, because it is assumed that you don't have work experience or articleship experience at this point of time. And this part, that is awards, achievements and skills, if you are good at extracurricular activities, do mention about that. And whatever achievements you have gained in your school and college, mention it in the descending order. Any questions on CV part? Do not hesitate to ask questions. Okay, I will move forward. Then cover letter. Cover letter is complementary to your CV. It does not supplement, and it is not a replacement to your CV. So you don't have to include everything that is mentioned in your CV. Cover letter is prepared for that particular job profile. जिस जॉब के लिए आप अप्लाई कर रहे हो, सिर्फ उसके लिए ही कवर लेटर बनता है, और ये हर एक अलग जॉब प्रोफाइल के लिए कस्टमाइज होता है. फॉर एवरी अदर कंपनी सेम कवर लेटर नहीं जाएगा. कवर लेटर का फॉर्मेट कैसे होना चाहिए, वो सिर्फ एक ही 1 पेज का ही डॉक्यूमेंट होना चाहिए. पर्पस क्या है उसका? उसका मेन पर्पस है कि वो जो रिक्रूटर है, हायरिंग मैनेजर है, उसका अटेंशन ग्रैब करे. आप खुद को इंट्रोड्यूस करो, खुद का प्रोफेशनल एक्सपीरियंस को बताओ, और उसके बेसिस पे आप वो आपको हायर करेगा. इट इज सिंपल. स्ट्रक्चर कैसे होना चाहिए कवर लेटर का? It should be first a header, input your contact information. It is same in the CV as well. Greeting the hiring manager. अभी हायरिंग मैनेजर का नाम कैसे पता चले? मेनी टाइम्स हायरिंग मैनेजर का नाम मेंशन नहीं होता जब भी आपको एक जॉब प्रोफाइल आता है. हियर नेटवर्किंग प्लेज अ पाइवटल रोल हायरिंग मैनेजर का नाम जानने के लिए. यू गो टू द लिंक्डइन. इन लिंक्डइन यू कैन सर्च द पीपल वर्किंग इन दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड ऑल्सो इन विच डिपार्टमेंट दे आर वर्किंग. And if you search for the hiring manager, the HR who is handling this particular job vacancy, because they also give job vacancy over LinkedIn as well, so you can get the hiring manager name. Or if any of your friend is working in that company, you can get that name from him or her as well. Also, if you don't get the hiring manager name, you can write over there to the hiring team, but do not mention to whomsoever it may concern, because it is very disrespectful. So always mention to the hiring team, or if you know the name of the hiring manager. Then opening paragraph. Opening paragraph should be such that it will grab the reader's attention. So whatever your key achievements are there mention in that opening paragraph. The second paragraph, explain why you are the perfect candidate for the job and what skills you possessed for that job. And third paragraph, why you are keen to joining that particular company, what are your interests about that company. For this paragraph specifically, you have to do a lot of research work on that company, its financials, the recent news about that company. In this also, your LinkedIn profile will help you a lot, because many companies have their profiles over LinkedIn, in which they share the major information about their company, the recent news, the financials, all financial related news, everything is being shared on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn profile is very good for this. And then the formal closing. Let's see this cover letter format. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Here, as earlier mentioned, please put your contact details over here, your name, your phone number, your mail ID, date, to whom it is addressed, that is to the hiring manager, their name, their post, and the company name. Address, you can address with dear, it is fine because it is highly accepted in the corporates. Dear hiring team, or the name of the hiring manager. In this first paragraph, you should write your key achievements, what work you have done to grasp to seek the attention of the interviewer or the hiring manager. In the second paragraph, in which whatever industry you have worked. Third paragraph, what skills do you possess to for that job. And fourth paragraph, why you are keen in joining that company only. uh, what uh, what work culture that company has that attracts you, or the corporate social responsibility events that the company has taken. You should have a knowledge of all of this. And the last paragraph, thank the reader about their consideration for the application. And after that, a formal closing, sincerely your name. So here our CV part is over. If you would like to ask any questions, you can. Do not hesitate. Anyone?
Those who want to ask the questions can raise their hands so that we can unmute them.
No questions? Or you haven't started preparing CV yet?
Ma'am, that's a question from Pooja. Then
Yeah. Sahil Tushniwal, shall a resume look like red hearing prospectus? No, it is not a red hearing prospectus, but it does cover your skill sets that are specific to your profile only, that job profile only. Apart from that, you have to mention all your qualifications, the skill set that you possess. So basically, there is no much difference between a CV and a resume. Avanti, ma'am, will you please share the PPT? Yes, I'm going to share this. And Pooja Bhaviskar, can sample CV be provided for reference? Yes, I'm going to share this PPT. Apart from this, any questions? You can also ask questions related to interview. That's fine. Even though there is a webinar already arranged on next Sunday for interview. If you are curious what the work culture over corporate is, you can ask that questions as well. And also for the articleship. No one? So should we start networking? Yeah, I will consider this as no. Yes, start. Okay, networking. मैंने जितना देखा है कि जो सीए स्टूडेंट्स रहते हैं वो ज्यादा सोशलाइज नहीं करते. हमारा जो फ्रेंड ग्रुप भी रहता है, जो हम 11th को मिलते हैं वही सीए फाइनल तक कैरी फॉरवर्ड होते हैं, बिकॉज टाइम ही नहीं मिल पाता कि हम दूसरे लोगों से सोशलाइज करें. वैसे भी सोशल बाकी के सोशल इवेंट्स में जाते नहीं है. तो नेटवर्किंग कैसे करें और व्हाई नेटवर्किंग इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. So let's see why networking is important. जब आपका रिजल्ट लगता है उसके 1 महीने बाद कैंपस प्लेसमेंट के फॉर्म आ जाते हैं. आफ्टर फिलिंग दैट कैंपस प्लेसमेंट फॉर्म, द कंपनी शॉर्टलिस्ट योर सीवी, एंड आफ्टर शॉर्टलिस्टिंग योर इंटरव्यू इज बीइंग शेड्यूल्ड आफ्टर 1 or 2 वीक. सो ये सब प्रोसेस में 2 महीने लगी जाते हैं. और उसके बाद इंटरव्यू होने के बाद भी, सब प्रोसीजर होने के बाद इंटरव्यू कभी कभी एक ही लेवल होता है, कभी 3 लेवल होते हैं, कभी 2 लेवल होते हैं. ये इसमें 3 हफ्ते लग जाते हैं. आप इंटरव्यू में भी सिलेक्ट हो गए, उसके बाद बैकग्राउंड वेरिफिकेशन का प्रोसेस आता है, उसमें ये पूरा प्रोसीजर कंप्लीट होने के लिए 2 महीने लग जाते हैं. सो उससे पहले जो भी की जॉब रोल्स है वो रेफरेंसेस के बेसिस पे फिल हो जाते हैं. अराउंड 40 to 50% ऑफ द जॉब एंड आर्टिकलशिप वैकेंसीज आर बीइंग फिल्ड इन दिस मैनर ओनली. सो networking is very important and it plays a pivotal role in this process. If you want to get into some company for the articleship, for industrial training or for job vacancies, अगर आपको रेफरेंस है, आप किसी को जानते हो वहां पे, तो it is a beneficial point. So let's see, for articleship and job vacancies, networking is very important as told. Because if there is any vacancy and your friend is working over there, he can tell you that there is vacancy, you can apply over here, and by directly giving your CV to him or her, you can apply in that specific job rather than going from this tedious process. The second point is that you get a strong reference. These corporates have a different point where their employees can refer anyone, and these employees also get a bonus on that. That is called as a referral bonus. So you get a reference and you get a direct access to that company hiring team. Along with that, you get the HR contacts. HR contacts are not, we do not get these HR contacts easily. For that, you can access the LinkedIn as told. You can search for that company, the department, you can search for the people who are working in that department. So from there you can get the number HR contacts. Even if you get the email ID, it is fine. Then increase knowledge. जो भी आपके सीनियर्स या आपके फ्रेंड्स अभी कॉर्पोरेट में काम कर रहे हैं, बिग 4 में काम कर रहे हैं, तो आपको एक एडेड एडवांटेज मिल जाता है कि अभी वहाँ की इंडस्ट्री प्रैक्टिसेस क्या है, वो इंटरव्यू कैसे कंडक्ट करते हैं, वहाँ पे सीवी की रिक्वायरमेंट्स क्या है स्पेसिफिकली, इंटरव्यू के कितने लेवल्स होते हैं. आफ्टर दैट द पैकेज, इट इज मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग कि पैकेज क्या मिल रहा है, व्हाट आर द इंडस्ट्री नॉर्म्स एंड मेनी मोर. और इसके अलावा आपको नए फ्रेंड्स भी मिलते हैं जब आप नेटवर्किंग करते हैं. एंड बिल्डिंग गुड स्टडी सर्कल. I have seen this in Credit Suisse that they have a study circle in which the latest amendments, whatever the notifications are passed by the ICAI, they have a study circle over that. They conduct sessions on that. And if you are a part of that study circle, it is very good. Also, the study circle helps in your CPT, inter and final preparation. If you have a good study circle, you can discuss doubts in that study circle, you can get them solved, you can also revise in this study circle. So it is very important to have a good study circle. ऐसे नहीं कि कोई भी आया और सिर्फ उधर बातें ही चालू है. जहाँ पे सीरियस लोग हैं, वो काम कर रहे हैं, हमें भी थोड़ा नॉलेज मिल रहा है, हमारा नॉलेज उनको जा रहा है. So there is knowledge sharing as well. It is very important that have a good building good study circle. I have prepared my CPT, inter and final as well in in group study only, because it was very difficult. क्योंकि मैंने जब फाइनल क्लियर किया तब कोविड का टाइम था और डायरेक्टली ट्यूशंस या किसी सर से हम बात नहीं कर पाते थे रिगार्डिंग द डाउट्स. सो गेटिंग सॉल्व इट फ्रॉम योर पीयर, it was beneficial for me. And how to expand your network? Professional sites are there. Again, LinkedIn. If you don't have account over LinkedIn, please create a new. LinkedIn is very beneficial, but I'm not expert of that to tell कि LinkedIn के बहुत सारे यूजर्स है, तो हर एक यूज में एक्सप्लेन अच्छे से नहीं कर पाओगी. उसके लिए LinkedIn पे स्पेसिफिकली देयर आर सम वीडियोस दैट आर बीइंग पुट बाय LinkedIn only, and they are free of cost, so you can watch them and get acquainted with the LinkedIn. Then there are WhatsApp, Telegram groups and other social networking sites. WhatsApp स्पेसिफिकली अगर आपको आर्टिकलशिप इंडस्ट्रियल ट्रेनिंग या जॉब के लिए रीलोकेट होना है तो देर आर स्पेसिफिक व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप ऑफ सीएज ओनली जहाँ पे सिर्फ सीएज है या सीए स्टूडेंट्स है. सो आपको फ्लैट ढूंढने में भी तकलीफ नहीं होती, आपको रूममेट्स भी सेम प्रोफेशन के मिलते हैं, सो दे हैव अ very similar mindset. Also, in this WhatsApp groups, there is also sharing of knowledge. There are whatever the latest amendments are being passed, they are being shared. Discussions होते हैं उस पे और बहुत ज़्यादा knowledge sharing भी होता है. WhatsApp group में almost आपको टिफिन से रेलवे टिकट तक सब मिल जाता है. So it is very beneficial. Also, there is Telegram groups. If you want some notes, books, you can get easily from these Telegram groups. Then your orientation batches. After your inter exams, you have to go through the orientation batches, and after before your CA finals also, you have to go through the MCS. In these orientation batches, specifically, do involve in every task. सबसे interact करो और खुद इनिशिएटिव लेके इंटरेक्ट करो. ऐसा नहीं कि वो मुझसे बात नहीं करता तो मैं नहीं करूंगा. खुद इनिशिएटिव लो और बात करो, सबसे बात करो. बिकॉज when I had done my MCS, it was COVID period, so it was virtual, and in that I got an opportunity to interact with people from Delhi, West Bengal, one was from Nepal and also from Kerala. तो वहाँ के स्टेट्स में बच्चे कैसे पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं, आर्टिकलशिप में क्या एक्सपोजर मिल रहा है, ये भी पता चल जाता है बिफोर हैंड. So it is very good to interact in this orientation batches. Then conferences and conventions. ICAI held many conferences and conventions. It is very beneficial to attend these conferences and conventions. And apart from attending it from NASIK itself, you can go beyond NASIK in Mumbai, Pune, attend those conferences, so you get to know the people from that city and their mindsets, the work they are doing in their articleship jobs. So it is there is a lot of knowledge transfer in this conferences and conventions. So interact with new people. Don't limit your circle for your the friends that you have got in your 11th, 12th and this CA curriculum. Expand your network and office. Especially in corporates, there are conferences that are held in which the higher level management speak directly with the employees. Do आप ये कॉन्फ्रेंसेस में जाइए, वहां पे हायर लेवल मैनेजमेंट का पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू क्या रहता है वो समझ में आता है, वो कैसे काम करते हैं, उनको क्या एक्सपेक्टेड है, वहां से भी बहुत ज्यादा नॉलेज मिलता है. सो डू अटेंड दिस. नाउ कमिंग टू योर लास्ट point, that is essential skills for articleship or job. The most essential skill is your Excel. Excel is being used widely in your articleship as well, and in jobs, in all the corporates, Excel is used. And major formulas that are used are VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, pivot tables. So you should get a hand on this. Also, जब आपको एक बार हाथ बैठ जाए एक्सेल पे So you should shift from mouse to keyboard total. For this, Nasik branch is going to hold a webinar for Excel as well. Word document. Word document is widely used for making reports, your audit reports, 3CD, 3CB, notes to accounts, and your any other reports that are being submitted to regulatory authorities for giving reply to the notices of income tax and GST. Word is very beneficial. So get a hand on this. PowerPoint. In big corporates, the management update is specifically given in PowerPoint only. So you should know how to make a good PowerPoint, which is quite professional, along with the font size, font color. It is very important, and the slides that are you using. Along with that, Tally, ERP, and SAP. In a city like Nasik, mainly the business use Tally ERP, but now some of them are shifting to SAP. So to know what kind of work can be done on the Tally ERP and SAP, you should do there are many certification courses. You should get acquainted with that as well. This is specific for articleship, because Tally is widely used in that. For job, many companies use different softwares. Therefore, whenever you switch any job, you have to get acquainted with that particular software. So it is not mandatory for you to know each and every software. So for articleship, this point is specific. Teams and Zoom. Teams and Zoom is widely used in corporate world. It is used for conducting of meetings, scheduling the meetings with the higher management, and many other work. You can get certified courses or get acquainted with Teams or Zoom by conducting meetings internally with your friends. So you can know the features what are present in the Teams and Zoom. Also, you need to have a control over your mute button, stop video button. This is very essential in the corporate world. Then Outlook. In your articleship, mainly Gmail accounts and Rediffmail accounts are being used, but it is not the same case in the corporate world. Big Fours, they use Outlook for the mail. It is very beneficial tool. It is also used for scheduling the meetings. If you are out of office, you can give a message over Outlook that I am out of office, and you can coordinate this person in my absence. This is very beneficial tool, and you should get acquainted with Outlook as well. All these Teams, Outlook, and Zoom, these are being used to share files over them also. So you should be acquainted with these basic features, that how to share the files, how to coordinate with the higher management, how to set up the meetings, how to change the timing of the meeting as per the there are also the options over there where you can elect where you can check the boxes, all the certified courses in advanced Excel and Tally. These are for articleship or articleship mainly. And for job, you can get a certified courses in valuation, mergers, acquisition, and whatever field you are going to work, or the field which interests you the most. And most important, what should be your approach for joining an articleship and job. Before starting your articleship, I have seen that many of the articles, they see what are the facilities available in that firm. Instead of seeing this, you should see what work they are offering, आपको किस किस फील्ड में काम करना है, आपको कितना एक्सपोजर मिल रहा है, because the exposure that you get in your articleship is very beneficial for your CA final exam as well, and after CA finals, getting your first job as well. So it is very important that what work they are offering you are getting. अगर कुछ आउटसाइड असाइनमेंट्स है तो आपको जाने का मौका मिल रहा है कि नहीं, कि ऐसे नहीं कि फैसिलिटीज उधर का टाइमिंग कितना है, उधर स्टाइपेंड कितना मिलता है, ये आपका मोटिव नहीं होना चाहिए जब आप आर्टिकलशिप के लिए फॉर्म ढूंढ रहे हो. और फॉर जॉब के लिए पैकेज इज नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट, द काइंड ऑफ वर्क दे आर ऑफरिंग, वहाँ की जॉब प्रोफाइल क्या है, वहाँ का वर्क कल्चर क्या है. वर्क कल्चर प्लेज अ pivotal role because we are very concerned. We 8 से 9 घंटे हमारे ऑफिस में ही जाते हैं, तो वहाँ का वर्क कल्चर हमें बहुत ज्यादा इफेक्ट करता है. वर्क कल्चर अगर अच्छा हो तो इतना ज्यादा तकलीफ नहीं होती कि हम वो जॉब कंटिन्यू करें. तो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि टू नो दी वर्क कल्चर बिफोर हैंड, एंड दिस कुड बी नोन by getting into contact with your seniors, those who are working in that articleship firm or the jobs, corporate world. And also अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस, जॉब के लिए आपको ये भी देखना होता है कि वहाँ के वर्किंग आवर्स क्या है. अगर वर्किंग आवर्स बहुत ज्यादा, इफ यू आर कंफर्टेबल विथ लॉन्ग वर्किंग आवर्स इट इज फाइन, बट इफ यू आर नॉट कंफर्टेबल विथ वर्किंग आवर्स एंड डू सी देम. ऑल्सो आपको रिलोकेट होना पड़ेगा कि नहीं, वर्क फ्रॉम होम है कि नहीं, ये सब पॉइंट्स देखने पड़ते हैं बिफोर ज्वाइनिंग योर फर्स्ट जॉब. Also, before starting your articleship, my advice is that some of the uh, some of the lessons that are being used in your articleship, they are in your final curriculum, so get acquainted with it. For example, filling your 3CA, 3CD, 3CB, this is given in your CA final audit, and whatever the sections are mentioned in 3CD, 3CB, they are in your income tax ka syllabus for your CA final. So get acquainted before starting your articleship. This also helps in your CA finals exam, बिकॉज फॉर इन योर सीए फाइनल्स एग्जाम ऑडिट में भी डायरेक्टली क्वेश्चंस आते हैं जहाँ पे आपको सेक्शंस कोड करने पड़ते हैं. सो अगर आप स्टडी कर करके वो फॉर्म फिल करते हो तो इट इज वेरी बेनिफिशियल कि आपको वो सेक्शन याद रहेगा और एग्जाम के टाइम आप भूलोगे नहीं. सो इट इज very very beneficial. Before, do not copy paste whatever the form that was filled last year. This is very wrong method to work. So, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Nasik branch, for giving me this opportunity. Yes, any questions? Yes, Shruti.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
To ask that there's usually like great deal of interest whether you have had your articleship from the big four or from a medium-sized or a huge firm. So is it really important that where you do your articleship from, or you can just do it locally? So what's your take on that?
No, there is no such thing in corporate world. There are some job profile that they do prefer big fours, but as I have seen in Credit Suisse as well, they did not consider that I have done articleship from Nasik. The main the main thing that they see is that what is your approach. अगर आप नए कुछ भी नया वर्क सीखने के लिए तैयार हो, आप कुछ भी काम करने के लिए तैयार हो, दे आर गोइंग टू हायर यू. It is not on the basis of your articleship, definitely.
Okay, and ma'am, just a second question that like should we consider, like we've just given our inter exam, so I think our generation probably looks out for like a great deal of stipend and all. So what do you recommend? Should we do it really from a big four, or we could go locally and like practice more over there? Like in Nasik right now, I'm in Nasik, so should I look for more firms in Nasik to do my articleship from?
Both doing in Big Four and in Nasik itself, there are pros and cons. अगर
Okay.
आप नासिक में करते हो तो देर आर प्रोज कि आप घर पे रहोगे, घर का खाना मिलेगा और आपको पढ़ाई के लिए टाइम मिलेगा. अगर आप दूसरे किसी सिटी में रिलोकेट होते हो ड्यूरिंग योर आर्टिकलशिप, यू हैव टू मैनेज योर वर्क अलोंग विथ योर स्टडीज, अलोंग विथ योर क्लासेस, एंड ऑल्सो आपको सब हाउस होल्ड का देखना भी पड़ता है. अगर आप उतने कंफर्टेबल हो कि आप ये सब मैनेज करके पढ़ाई भी कर सकते हो, बिकॉज आफ्टर योर आर्टिकलशिप यू हैव योर मेन एम इज टू बिकम अ सीए और कुछ नहीं. सो आपको खुद को एनालिसिस करना पड़ेगा कि हम ये कर सकते हैं कि नहीं. अगर नहीं कर सकते तो नासिक में ही करना बेटर है, क्योंकि मैंने भी ये एनालिसिस किया था कि मैं बाहर जाके सब संभाल सकती हूँ कि नहीं. तो मैं नहीं संभाल सकती थी, इसलिए मैंने नासिक में ही किया. और मेनली स्टाइपेंड नहीं देखना, जो भी काम मिलता है हमें, क्योंकि इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल कि 3 ईयर के आर्टिकलशिप में हम सभी एरियाज को कवर करेंगे. इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. उसके लिए हमें अलग से पढ़ाई करनी पड़ेगी। हमें जो इंटरेस्ट, जिस प्रोफाइल में ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट है, हम जॉब भी उसी प्रोफाइल में देखेंगे। सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि हम जो आर्टिकलशिप की फर्म है हमें ऑफर क्या करती है, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फ्रॉम दैट पर्सपेक्टिव। डू नॉट लुक फॉर द स्टाइपेंड।
Yes, ma'am, and just one more question. I'm really
या
sorry.
श्योर श्योर।
But now that you said ki you should look out for what the firm offers you in terms of articleship and practice, now that we are CA-inters and we haven't really seen the outside world, so uh, how should we analyze that ki?
अगर आपका फिक्स है कि आपको सीए बनने के बाद जॉब ही करना है, आपको प्रैक्टिस नहीं करनी और आपको कॉर्पोरेट में करना है, तो you do your articleship from Nashik firm, and then you can move for industrial training. I have seen people, those who have done their articleship from Nashik, and in Credit Suisse also, the people who had done their articleship from Nashik, they were selected for industrial training. तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि वो सिर्फ बिग फोर को ही सिलेक्ट करते हैं। आपके कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स कैसे है उस पर भी बहुत डिपेंड होता है।
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
या थैंक यू। ये शुड डू आर्टिकलशिप। विराज का जो क्वेश्चन है, इट इज नॉट मैंडेटरी, आप बिग फोर से भी कर सकते हो, बट जैसे मैंने बताया कि आप खुद का एनालिसिस करो कि आप दूसरे सिटी में रीलोकेट होके खुद को संभाल पाओगे कि नहीं, ये पहले चेक करो। अगर करते हो तो इट इज वेल एंड गुड, गो फॉर द बिग फोर। बट इफ इट इज नॉट, बिग फोर में ऐसा है कि आप अगर वो पर्टिकुलर जॉब प्रोफाइल में जाते हो तो आपको वही काम मिलता है। वेर इफ यू डू योर आर्टिकलशिप फ्रॉम अ मिड साइज और स्मॉल साइज फर्म, यू गेट एक्वेंटेड विथ ऑल द एरियाज, थोड़ा थोड़ा सबका काम करने मिलेगा। यू कैन डू इनकम टैक्स एज वेल, एट द सेम टाइम यू कैन डू स्टैट्यूटरी ऑडिट एज वेल, एट द सेम टाइम you do GST as well. So it is quite beneficial, but it is up to you. Any other question? Avanti, what should be more preferred, big four or mid size? It is up to you, your preference, what you want. Thank you, ma'am. Any other question?
Ma'am, there's a question from Siddhi Patil in the chat box.
Hmm?
Good morning, ma'am. Is LinkedIn really reliable? I have many connections on LinkedIn, but I don't know how can I reach to them.
Yes, LinkedIn is very reliable. Everything, every work that is being done on LinkedIn, it is in a professional manner. So you can rely completely on LinkedIn. Along with that, for finding jobs and articleship vacancies, you can rely on Naukri.com. I have got Credit Suisse opportunity from Naukri.com only, and you can, if you have you know about a vacancy, you can ping that person, hello sir or ma'am, can you I'm really interested in this profile, can you please refer my profile for this job profile. It is that simple. And as far as I know, chartered accountants, there is no jealousy among them. They easily uh, refer you even if you don't know that person personally. Any other question?
Ma'am, there are a couple of questions on YouTube Live. Siley says, Good morning, ma'am. Where can we mention any references if we are going through a reference?
Yes, you can mention in the cover letter. अगर उस जिसने आपको रेफरेंस दिया है उसकी परमिशन है तो you could definitely mention that person name.
The next question is by Aarti. Hello, ma'am. By using which platforms I can get more information about firms and work environment for articleship?
You can directly connect with the people working over there because it is very easy. वहाँ का वर्क कल्चर कैसा है उनसे जानने, वो उनसे ज्यादा कोई अच्छे से नहीं बता सकता. सो गेट इन कॉन्टेक्ट विद दैट पर्सन. और लोग बताते हैं, ये है पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस है कि लोग बताते भी है. How you manage to there is a question from Rudra, how you manage to learn more work from your articleship? Mainly आप डायरेक्टली आपके प्रिंसिपल से बात करो कि आई एम इंटरेस्टेड इन दिस वर्क, सो काइंडली लेट मी allow me to involve in this work. You can also take out a 1 hour extra and sit in the office to learn that extra work. Go one extra mile ahead to get new assignments. और आप अपने आपके सीनियर्स जो 3rd ईयर आर्टिकल से उनसे भी बात करके, जो वो उनको उनके पास ऑलरेडी बहुत ज्यादा काम है, तो आप उनसे बात करके उनसे भी थोड़ा काम ले सकते हैं. अगर मुझे नासिक में प्रैक्टिस करनी है तो यहाँ पे आर्टिकलशिप की तो मुझे ज्यादा बेनिफिशियल इन टर्म्स ऑफ कॉन्टैक्ट्स एंड क्लाइंट बिल्डिंग. अगर आप प्रोफेशनल मैनर में डील करते हो, यस इट इज ऑलवेज बेनिफिशियल. आप कहाँ से आर्टिकलशिप करते हो, इट डजेंट मैटर एट ऑल. अगर आप मुंबई पुणे कहाँ पे भी करते हो, अगर आपका बोलना पोलाइट है, आप बात अच्छे से करते हो, यू विल गेट कॉन्टैक्ट्स एंड क्लाइंट्स एज वेल. एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? थैंक यू श्रुति. एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? या आर्टिकलशिप 1 अप्रैल से चालू होती है या बीच में भी हायर करते हैं? आर्टिकलशिप मेजरली वैकेंसीज जब आपका रिजल्ट डिक्लेयर होता है तभी से लोग अप्लाई करना चालू कर देते हैं. सम बिग फोर्स इवन टेक द एप्लीकेशन बिफोर द रिजल्ट्स आर अनाउंस्ड. I have seen that these big fours collect the CVs. They start scheduling the interviews, and if the candidate has cleared that particular exam, he gets hired. So आप अपना CV रेडी रखें. और इफ पॉसिबल, अगर आपके फ्रेंड्स किसी बिग फोर में काम करते हैं, किसी फर्म्स में काम करते हैं, उनको सेंड भी कर दीजिए. थैंक यू अवंती. थैंक यू सुरभि. एनी
I
अदर
would like to
क्वेश्चन?
kindly request everyone to turn on their cameras for a while so that we can get a glimpse and we can take a photograph of this session. It will be a memorable one. So please, for a minute, if everyone can turn on their cameras. Thank you so much. Ma'am, can you also please share your CA journey with everyone?
यस डेफिनेटली. सो 10 तक मैं सीए नहीं करने वाली थी. आई वॉज इनटू आर्किटेक्चर. 10 के रिजल्ट के बाद सोचा आर्किटेक्चर में पैसा तो बहुत कम मिलता है, और पैसे के वजह से सीए में आई. एंड देर इज नो अदर रीजन फॉर कमिंग इनटू सीए. आफ्टर कमिंग, एक्चुअली मुझे ये भी पता नहीं था कि सीए एंट्रेंस के लिए सीपीटी क्लियर करना होता है. सीपीटी क्या होता है ये भी नहीं पता था. जब पहले दिन सीपीटी का क्लासेस चालू हुए, सर ने बोला कि ये क्राइटेरिया होता है कि आपको एग्रीगेट में भी इतना लाना है, फिर आपको इंडिविजुअल सब्जेक्ट्स में भी इतना पास करना है. तो मुझे लगा था कि भाई चलो अभी बस हो गया. मैं नहीं कर सकती. बट ये भी ठान रखा था कि छोड़ना नहीं है. इन सीए आपका एटीट्यूड बहुत ज्यादा मैटर करता है। अगर किसी पॉइंट पे आप स्टक हो जाते हो कि हम नहीं कर सकते, तो गेट टॉक विथ योर सीनियर्स, टॉक विथ योर पेरेंट्स, टॉक विथ योर सर्स दैट मुझे डर लग रहा है, और वो हेल्प करते हैं जब भी डर लगे। क्योंकि ये सिचुएशन है, ये स्पेसिफिकली एग्जाम्स के पहले, कल एग्जाम है, आज पता चल जाएगा कि डर लग रहा है, नहीं हो पा रहा। अगर कोई पेपर खराब जाता है तो भी बहुत डर लगता है कि ये पेपर खराब हो गया, गया अपना ग्रुप। ऐसे नहीं होता। मेरा खुद का डीटी का फाइनल का पेपर बहुत ज्यादा टफ गया था और मैंने होप्स छोड़ दी थी कि मैं नहीं हो पाऊंगी। तो मेरे प्रिंसिपल का फोन आया था मुझे कि डोंट वरी, यू आर गोइंग टू बी सीए, just focus on your another paper and forget about this paper. So whenever you are stuck, talk with your seniors, your principal, your parents that मुझे डर लग रहा है, प्लीज मुझे गाइड कीजिए, and it really helps. और कुछ?
Any more questions, anyone? Okay. So, ma'am, on the behalf of the entire Vikasa team of NASIK, we express our heartfelt gratitude uh, for you to share the amazing and insightful session. Right from the start, the difference between CV and resume, the do's and don'ts, the networking part, what to do in articleship and not. I feel that all the participants and attendees will immensely benefit from this. And thank you so much once again.
Thank you, Harsh. Thank you, Vika Nasik branch, for conducting this webinar. Thank you so much. And thank you, Suyash, for approaching me. Are we good to close? Any other questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone, for your valuable time, especially on Sunday.
Thank you, everyone. We are concluding the meeting now.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I will share the PPT and sample in group. Yeah, thanks.